I've got a new experiment. We have a really long dining table and another table over there in the corner that has these grooves. The grooves on this table are pretty clean, but on this second table, I'm gonna have to clean that out, and we don't like that. We don't like having those grooves in there, so I've got an experiment. So that looks like a heavy-duty industrial glue gun. We've got some tools, and let me open this package here. I'll show you what's inside. All right, so this is a sealed container. It's not supposed to see a lot of light either. These look like black glue sticks, but they are a wood filler, a high temperature wood filler. Each package, this is black. You can get a variety of colors from like maroon to like a tan, yellow wood color. Each color, so this is black, and it's got a temperature of 320 to 360. So I've got the gun here. The dial is turned to, it looks like 350. So it's supposed to warm up for about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna do a test over here just to see how it works. What this nifty thing is, it's pretty heavy. It's aluminum, it's an aluminum plate. So I put down a strip about the length of this in the crack, and then I push down on it. It's able to press it into the crack, and it takes all the heat out of it. So this actually absorbs the heat, helps it cool down. And then I follow up with this nifty thing to like scrape off the excess, and I'm hoping I don't scratch the surface of the tabletop there. So this is gonna be fun. So I put it in there and just kept squeezing the trigger until it came all the way to the end, and you can see I've got it dripping out to the end there. That's why I've got the paper plate there. When they sent this to me, there's all types of warnings about the temperature of this thing. So I just wanna see. I wanna do it less than the length of this plate here. And you give it time. I don't know how much time. It says, depending on how deep it is, if it's more than 1/8 of an inch deep, what these aren't very deep, then it might need up to 2 minutes. I'm guessing I'm not gonna need too long. Okay. So it's totally cool to the touch. And the part that I'm nervous about is scraping this off, and I don't wanna bump the hot tool. Oh, that's easy. We've got 2 different corners there. Okay, that is cool. So I actually didn't, wow, that is awesome. I mean, so it's so easy. I'm not worried about that little hole. I can just fill that in and do it. Looks like there's a couple bubbles. Not too concerned about those. What I was saying is awesome is it just fills totally flush. So my concern about scraping the top off, yeah, I don't have that concern anymore. So I'm doing this at a time when my wife is away, because she's the one that's complained the most about those cracks. So I wanted to surprise her. I was gonna lift it off, but I thought, let me give it a few more seconds. Okay, and that filled in the holes. That is really cool. Okay, so looking at my watch, it's about 11:04. I want to know how long it's going to take me to do this entire segment. I'm not going to have you watch this in real time. You can watch this as a time lapse. All right, my fear came to pass right here. Now this is just a veneer table, and it started pulling up the veneer. I mean, I had a couple incidences, you know, right there where I thought, oh, I'll just fill that in with a Sharpie. But this is not good. I'm gonna have to glue that down. Now the smart thing here would probably be to go grab some wood glue. Should I just try using some of this hot glue stuff that's not hot glue, they say? It cools so quickly that... All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, it's definitely raised. Yeah, that's raised. Should have used wood glue, I think. Well, that's why I'm doing this side table for my experiment. I was thinking that the excess would all be pushed out, but clearly it's got some thickness. So I've got to be a little bit more careful. I was trying to move fast. Okay, so the time is now 11:36. All right, so I am a little sad about areas like this that kind of pulled up. It feels totally smooth, and apparently you can stain, you can sand. There's a little hole that it kind of filled in, so I'm really impressed. I am gonna proceed to do my kitchen tables. You can see areas like this where it kind of just pulled up some of the finish. If there was like some type of plastic coat on top of this veneer. This tool is great, but I guess it's pretty sharp. Now this table, it's obviously, rustic. It's intentionally got some damage put into it just so it can look distressed or whatever. But I just went and I added some Sharpie on those spots. Not the spots that it pulled off some of the finish, but some of the spots that actually you could see the wood. In fact, here's one right here. So I'll show you what it looks like when I put the Sharpie on. On this table, I am pleased, but I want to figure out how to be more careful on this table here, these two tables.